It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Steelers and the boys, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Marino's throw taken in by Miller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Let's go. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Marino. He'll complete this one to Swann. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Marino. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Marino's incompletion on 1st down leads to 2nd and 10. Here's Marino to throw. And hauled in by the tight end Miller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
If anyone ever has any doubt that tight ends are primary targets nowadays, just watch this play. He's back in the pocket, finds his guy, and they get a nice gain out of it.
Yeah, simple little completion out into the flat. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now Marino to throw it. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Moon. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play here for Dallas. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And what was amazing to me was the fact he was able to get as much on the ball as he did because he was on the run. Normally, when you're on the move like that, you don't expect the ball to go that far. You would think you need your lower body to be involved. That was an all-arm throw.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Cowboys on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Marino sets up. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Marino. And that will be incomplete.
Well,
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They begin with a run by Smith, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Here's a give to Smith. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
A 1st down carry for Smith, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Moon to throw. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Moon. They dump it off, complete to Dorsett. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw, Moon. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st down, it's Moon. He finds his man, complete. It's Pearson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Moon. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Marino will throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Marino. He's able to find Wallace. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Now it's Marino. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
On 1st and 10, Moon. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boys.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throw left side complete. That's Pearson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
Well, he obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Pearson?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
To throw, Moon. He'll set up the screen to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Moon. And on the left side, he's got Witten. Touchdown, Cowboys! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now Marino on first down. This one left side caught by Swann. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he goes out right around the 39.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Marino will look to throw on first. He'll complete this one to Swann. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's Marino to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown, making a nice catch.
And eating up a nice chunk of yardage as well. And how about how he ended the play? Being the guy that makes the catch over a defender to finish things off. He really competes for the football well.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 3 on the play, but with it, time has run out on the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Steelers. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back.
Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
6 yards left on second down. Again, it's Smith. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Running lanes were a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd down and 5. Play action. It's Moon. Going right side, he has Witten. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Moon. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Moon. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up second and 12. A handoff to Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. The second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Marino. Got a man. It's Swann complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Get ready. Get ready.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Again, they'll run with Bettis. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Four down, check.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On second down, here's Marino. That one complete to Bettis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And Marino's throw there incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Going long here for Wallace. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far, but you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. This is Bettis on the draw. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Are you serious?
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. To throw is Marino. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. In our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down? We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched him before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
After the penalty, it's Smith. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down, here's Smith again.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Smith. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon. At this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Now a 1st down throw, Moon. He finds his man, complete. That's Harper. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On 1st down, it's Moon. Pushes past him. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st and 10, it's Marino. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Marino sets up. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go back to the ground with Smith. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check 59, right? Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. They'll run it now with Smith. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game.